In this video, we will show you how to create a bandana cap with your original embroidery design. Bandana caps can be used for many purposes, such as personal styling, sand protection, or even dust protection. There is a great variety of patterns you can use to sew a bandana, and I'm sure you can find one you're most comfortable with. For this video, we've created our own pattern, which you can find in the description notes of the video. According to our trials, it was comfortable for the majority of the people who used it. Our pattern is suitable for head circumference 52 cm to 65 cm, that is 20 inches to 25.5 inches. Let's see how you can make the bandana. For this video, we're providing a set of draw files. One file includes all pattern shapes, which we will later print and use as guides to cut out the cloth for the bandana. There are also 3 more files, which contain only the parts of the bandana pattern which are to be embroidered. You need to open the templates and place the designs you want on the bandana within the red lines. Let's start with the template front. Notice that you may need to change the hoop into the closest match from the hoops of your machine. On this design, you need to put the embroidery that will be on the front of the bandana. On the design template tail, you may add the design you choose for the tail of the bandana. And for the design template sides, you need to create or import any design for the sides of the bandana. The designs you use will suggest the overall style of your own bandana. We've opted for a birthday party style, so we chose these designs. For this side, we will show you how to create the text part using text on path. Start the lettering tool. Click where you want the text to start. The position can be changed later, so don't fret over it. Enter the characters you want to use and set the font name and size. Add one more text object. Set the thread color. Apply on user path to the texts. Use Node Edit tool to adjust the position of the text freely. By editing the curve upon which the text is placed, you can freely edit the position and placement. Once the designs are in place, make the sequence manual and check the embroidery order. Make sure that the guide stitches are on top, so they go first. Have in mind that the red line of the template is simply a guideline for placing the design. It is set as artwork type, so it will not be embroidered. Once your designs are complete, they are ready to be sent to the sewing machine. In the meantime, let's print the patterns. Open the bandana pattern and click Print. At this point, I get a warning that the bandana pattern design doesn't fit in my hoop. I click OK to proceed, practically ignoring this particular warning as I'm only going to print that template for the bandana itself. I'm not going to send the bandana pattern to the sewing machine. So, back to the printout dialog. Click Design Only. and make sure that you're printing on an 100% scale. Four pages will be printed. Cut out the parts highlighted in orange in this video so that you can piece together neatly without gaps each individual part of the pattern for the bandana. Tape the pieces of each individual paper of the pattern so that the solid lines fit perfectly together. Now you can cut out the 3 paper patterns: string, top and side. Let's use those 3 patterns now to cut the cloth. To sew your own bandana, you need a cloth that is 27 centimeters, that is 11 inches long, and 114 centimeters, that is 45 inches wide. Fold the cloth in half. Align the left side of the string paper pattern with the folded part and the bottom of the pattern with the bottom of the cloth. Pin the pattern and trace the shape of the pattern on the cloth. Remove the paper pattern. Pin the overlapping sides of the cloth together so that they do not move, and cut along the traced outline of the paper pattern. Now open the cloth that was folded in half, put the top paper pattern on it, trace it, and cut it out. Fold the remaining cloth again in half. Put the side pattern on it, trace it, and cut it out too. In that way you get 2 side parts. All the parts are now cut off, so let's move to the embroidery part, starting with the designs for the side parts of the bandana. Open the design. Hoop the stabilizer. Set the bobbin and needle thread and attach the hoop to the machine. Press the start button and sew the guide stitch. Remove the hoop from the sewing machine and place the cloth along the guide stitch. You can use tape or a pin to secure the cloth in place so it doesn't move. I find adhesive spray really convenient. It sticks firmly and can be easily peeled off. Attach the hoop to the sewing machine and press start to embroider. When the embroidery is complete, remove the hoop from the sewing machine and the stabilizer from the hoop. Now load the tail design. Hoop a new stabilizer. Attach the hoop to the sewing machine and press the start button to sew the guide stitch. Place the cloth along the guide stitch. Embroider. After embroidering the tail, remove the cloth from the stabilizer and hoop a new stabilizer for the front part. In the same way, you can embroider the template front design. When the embroidery is complete, remove the stabilizer from the cloth. Now all parts have been embroidered. From now on, it's only left to sew the parts together. Sew around the parts with zigzag stitch or over edge stitch so that the cloth doesn't fray. Fold and sew the end of the back of the head of the side part by 1 centimeter, that is 0.4 inches. Align the edges of the side parts with the top part, making sure the embroidery has the right orientation, and pin them together. Now, sew the different parts together. Likewise, pin the other side and sew together with the front. Fold and sew the tail part by 1 centimeter, that is again 0.5 inches. Fold the end of the string by 1 centimeter, 0.4 inches, and iron it to make a crease. Mark the center of the string and the crown. Match the center of the crown of the bandana and the center of the string and pin together. Fold the edge part of the string in half and sew. After sewing, cut off the excess corner. Now turn the inside out. Follow the same steps for the other end of the string. Sew the crown of the bandana and string together. Now pull down the unsewn side of the string and fold it back to the other side. Pin around and sew the edge. We're done! You can use those bandanas as a summer or fashion accessory or as party favors as we did. In any case, don't forget to share your creations with us.